Hey guys, so I'm here today to do a video to show you how I put together my DIYFish inserts. I've had some questions and some requests on just showing you how I put them together. So I have the pull-out calendar here, the bigger squares that DIYFish does. She does do a smaller monthly calendar that just fits in this section. I personally like the bigger area to write. And then on the back is a monthly chart that I keep track of some things on. And then in the booklet part is my week on 2 pages with, I'll show you a blank one. So here is a blank week, and then between the weeks is 2 blank pages. Okay, and then another week, and then that's the end of the month, so there's just the 1 blank page. She has the month that comes with these inserts with this little flap on the side. I personally do not like the flap. If it was a full-size sheet of paper, that would be fine, but I know I'm weird. It just drives me nuts that it's just this little piece. So I cut it off, and I'll show you what I do with how to get this to attach to my weeks. So I've already went ahead and cut my weeks down. I followed, when I first started using a traveler's notebook, I learned how to cut my booklets down by watching Carrie Harling's video. She does a great job of showing step by step how to cut these down, and I will link that down below. That is exactly how I cut this down. So this starts with the first, then there's 2 blank sheets, then the next week, 2 blank sheets, and so on and so forth. Now when you print them out from DIYFish, she has a blank sheet on this side, and then on this side she's got the menu planner with the days of the week and then a list right here for groceries. I personally didn't want that, so what I did is found a blank sheet from my previous downloads from DIYFish, just a blank sheet that's this on both sides, and I just printed it on the back of the weeks. Instead of the chart that she gives you, I just printed the blank on the back so I could have blank sheets to make notes, things like that. Okay, so and then wrapped around it I have a completely blank on both sides wrapped around it. So I like to have a monthly to-do list. First thing, things I need to get done that month, and so that's why I want that there. Otherwise, this is my first page, and I didn't want that. Okay? So, we're going to take this, and you're just going to take your cutter. Let me zoom out a little bit. So you're just going to take your cutter and you're going to cut into this first line. So I'm just going to line that up. This is an old cutter, but it works better than my new cutter, but it kind of sticks. So if you see me doing that. So I just cut this piece completely off. I don't want it. And then you will see these fold lines right there and right there. And so I'm just going to fold that on those fold lines. And then I need to trim the top and bottom off of that because there's just a little bit longer than your booklet. And so I just line that up. So I just line that, you just line that up with your weeks, and I keep moving it every time. You just draw your lines there. You can either use your cutter again, but since it's such a little area, not sure if you can see that. Such a little area there. I'm going to just use my scissors and cut that off. So I'm just cutting right on that line. Sometimes once you attach it to your weeks, you still need to trim it up a little bit more. So I'm just cutting right along that line. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some washi tape, and I'm going to flip my booklet over. So this is the back of my weeks. Okay, here's my weeks. Make sure you have it right side up. Don't do what I just did. So this is the back of my week. Okay, and then I'm going to flip this chart over, which on the other side is the monthly chart. And so I'm going to attach this to the back, okay, with some washi tape. I'm just literally taping it to it. It is not rocket science. It's just lining things up and getting it taped. So I'm just going to take my tape, and I usually put it on this side first, and I just line it up. Make sure there's no creases in it. And so I'll flip it over. I hope I'm making sense here, guys. This is the first actual like how-to type video that I've done. So I hope this is working out. And I'm lining up the lines right here. Yes, it's going to be a little extra, but I can trim that off. And so I'm just lining up my lines, lay it on there, push it down. Now it's attached. Okay, and then on this side I usually do a different washi. You can do the same, it doesn't matter. And I just basically do the same thing. And I'm just gonna line it up there, seal it down. Super simple. And then you just trim that washi tape, the excess washi tape off. And like I said, this had a little bit of extra, and that happens sometimes, so I'm just going to go across the top. Trim that off. tuck the rest of my weeks in there. This folds. You will have to fold it and just get it a good crease there. But that washi tape holds really well. So you just kind of crease it down. It folds no problem. There's your month. You have your pullout, your weekly chart on the back, and your weeks. Now I do have a long reach stapler, and so I will go ahead and staple this book. You can see my February book is stapled in the center. And I just staple right over on the back here. I just staple over the washi tape after I get the calendar attached. And there you go. And once you fold it, sometimes, again, like I said, things won't be quite even at the top. So that's a little bit off. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but if that bothers you, just take some scissors and trim it up. It will bother me. So I will just trim that up a little bit. Even. The bottom looks pretty good. So that's it. I just put together my March booklet. Here's my month and all my weeks. Like I said, I will staple that together. Pretty simple. Sorry about that. I went ahead and just grabbed my stapler so I could staple it. I have a long reach stapler, so it's pretty easy. Some people sew it. I have the stapler, so it just works well for me. So you just make sure it's really together. And I do from this side down so the openings of the staples don't rub on my elastic. If you did it this way, then the openings would be inside. I hope that makes sense there. But so I just go in here, staple my book, and voila, it's all put together, ready to go. And it won't come apart now. It's just all lined up. And sometimes I get them a little bit off and I have to pull them out and redo it. Such is life. That's how you do it. February and March. Thanks, guys. I hope that helped. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. I can try and answer them if I didn't make something clear. Again, I will link Carrie Harley's video down below as well. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Planners and Lace. We have a lot of fun over there. A lot of good planner talk, a lot of enablers, motivational pictures, whatnot. Find me on Facebook in my planning group, Functional Planning. Be sure to like, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. And be sure to also check out my Etsy store. I'll link that down below as well. Lots of Midori, ringed planner things, charms, paper clips. Lots of good stuff, so go check it out. Talk to you later, guys.